Let's bring in my guy, Brandon. Maj.
What is up?
I was contractually obligated to because I wasn't just invited to play. Like no one cares about me. I had to give it to the socials and tell people about front office.
Grant, did you not see me there? I was there. I was golfing with you.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was. With
you
Tom
were
Brady.
You were the celebrity in your group.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
look,
chill.
the Super Bowl's tomorrow, guys. If the Seahawks win, what are the ramifications for the 49ers?
Brandon, go first.
Oh, okay. Hopefully it makes them go and make a big trade for a Max Crosby or a Justin Jefferson or somebody of that, because look, it's not fun when a division rival wins a Super Bowl in your stadium, right? Like that'd be the only benefit of Seattle winning is I actually think it would get Jed and John and Kyle to get together and be like, look, it's not signing Deebo back. Like we got to do some legit this offseason. We
do you
can't
guys actually believe in that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I sincerely believe Deebo's coming back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just such a Kyle move. Like they can afford him. They didn't want to get rid of him. They had to choose between him and Ayuk. Ayuk's gone. Jennings is probably leaving. Like, of course they're going to bring Deebo back. They were partying with Deebo a few days ago in San Francisco. It's like it's already happened.
It's like Deebo's already a Niner again.
They're old friends, though. They're old friends. They're not allowed to party together.
No, literally, what was it? K. Adams. Someone asked Christian McCaffrey about Deebo, and he was like, "I would love to have Deebo Samuel back. He's one of my favorite teammates ever. I mean, he's an enforcer."
But I mean, what's he supposed to say? Yeah, I don't want that old guy back. He sucks. He's got to say like, "Oh yeah, you know what? He was a great teammate. Loved him. Would love to have him back." But
you don't think they're going to sign him?
I don't. If they do, they're dumb. They're so dumb, dude. This guy's not good anymore. He's old.
If they bring back Deebo, I lose a lot of confidence in their front office.
Would you bring back Deebo on a cheap contract?
I wouldn't bring him back on any contract. I think it'd be a big mistake. They need to get younger and faster, and he doesn't do that. Like they need to evolve and be different. And that's why a minute ago I was saying I don't think Kyle should have been coach of the year. He did some good things as a leader, but as a play caller, I feel like he just spammed Christian McCaffrey and didn't really evolve. I'd like to see the offense change, and bringing back Deebo is not doing that.
Well, because look at what happened early on in Deebo's career. Like it revolutionized, Kyle's offense when he was younger, right? Like it gave him another guy to utilize and actually take his scheme to another level. And ever since Deebo left, he really has struggled with the yards after catch aspect that is crucial and pivotal to his offense. But Deebo is not the guy to get back and make that happen. Like you can get guys like Zachariah Branch is a yards after catch guy, Casey Concepcion, yards after catch guy, like Omar Cooper Jr., yards after catch guy. These are all draft guys, right? And you want to go to free agency, there's some other guys you can get that are younger. I mean, I don't know. Look, we watched the 49ers team. They were slow, they were old on offense, and they could not push the ball downfield. So it seems like getting a guy that is even older and slower than everybody else on the field doesn't seem to be the smartest thing that anybody can do, right? Like
we also saw Deebo in Washington. He wasn't better than he was on the Niners. It's not like the Niners were holding him back or he was more motivated or yada, yada, yada. Like he's just not the guy he was a few years ago, and he'll be worse this year than he was in Washington.
Grant, you know what I remember though? I remember when the Niners got rid of Deebo. Deebo kind of cooked the first couple of games, and you were like, dude, the Niners made a mistake. They should have never let it.
And then the rest of the season happened. I was like, yeah, he's still Deebo. I think that he had every opportunity to prove people wrong and didn't. And now it just kind of feels like a soft landing spot. Like, hey, I'm almost 30 and I want to keep playing. And my ego isn't as big as it used to be. And I don't want as much money as I used to want. But I'm friends with Ricky. I'm friends with Ricky. Hey, I could be Ricky's leader. We could be friends.
They could both do TikTok dances. They could be the new duo.
Do TikTok. I like TikTok. No, maybe that's a selling point. I won't do TikTok. Let Kendrick go. Let DeMarc. I think that Ricky should stop doing the TikToks.
Okay, when I saw those, I was just like, I already knew the comments are going to be like very, like, oh, but you scored 0 touchdowns this year and you're doing a stupid dance. It's like, I agree with that comment. Like you literally were injured all year, and now you're going on TikTok doing these dumbass dances.
The memes will just write themselves if he has another injury-plagued season, right? It's like, hey,
wait, did he? I was gonna say, did he actually have 0 touchdowns? I guess
Yeah, I
that's
think
right.
so.
Like he got the ball to like
Ricky,
the
score a
10-yard
touchdown
line.
or do a funny dance. Boom.
Wow.
Those
I
are
thought
all
he
the
got one,
comments. No,
but
those
yeah.
are all the comments. And he's like, even the one guy commented like, I miss when my wide receiver were thugs, and then he wore a ski mask and then was doing the same dance. I was like,
That's
bro,
pretty
what are we
funny.
doing?
That's pretty
I
funny.
know,
Oh,
but like, what are we
no.
doing?
So he's aware of the noise. He's aware of the criticism of his dancing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel bad for him. I agree with Ladd. I think that he is. I think he's shown that he's a good wide receiver when healthy. It's just that he hasn't been healthy that much. But maybe it's the substation's fault.
Look, but Grant, I heard you a few seconds ago saying you would lose all faith in the front office if they signed Deebo, which means you still have some faith left in them, which is more than me at this point. I have 0 faith. They haven't hit on a pick in half a decade in the first few rounds. You know, they've signed Luke
Have you guys
Farrell to
listened
$25 million.
Jed York's? Have you listened to Jed York's interview with Alex Sherman, CNBC? He brings this up. He's like, Wasn't you
that
like
today?
wedded to John Lynch? Or like, would it be possible to maybe like stick with Kyle and not John Lynch? Because you really haven't hit on anything in the draft. I mean, Brock Purdy was kind of fluky, and Jed's like, no, he wasn't. And Sherman's like, well, he was the last pick in the draft. And he was like, well, I mean, if we gave him a 3rd round grade. And he was like, well, maybe if you'd taken him in the 3rd or 4th round, then you could say it wasn't fluky, but you took him in the last round. I was like, what are you talking about, Jed? Oh, it wasn't fluky.
I also think this is maybe a big reason why the Niners don't want to get rid of Mac Jones and get a 2nd round pick for him, because maybe they know deep down that holy shit, we can't fricking draft. So it'd be pointless to get rid of a guy that came in clutch for us this year and draft another random guy in the 2nd round that doesn't turn out to be good. Maybe that's why they don't want to get rid of Mac.
I agree. Well, my theory is that if you feel like you're on the hot seat, or like you haven't gotten the extension you want yet and your contract is up next year, are you really going to trade good players that could keep you employed for picks in the future? Or are you going to do the opposite? Would you trade picks now and in the future for someone like Max Crosby, who could give you maybe, an NFC Championship appearance or something like that?
I would do whatever for Max Crosby.
I think they will offer 2 firsts for Max Crosby, and I think they should. And I think they will, especially if the Seahawks win in their stadium. Because think about it. That would mean Seattle has 2 Super Bowls, and the Rams have 2 Super Bowls since the 49ers last Super Bowl, right? That puts pressure on you. I know, like, people want to say window this, window that. They have the personnel to go win a Super Bowl. It's about making the right decisions and hitting on draft picks, both of which they haven't done. And now they might move their practice field because all the Cabo crew, or whatever they're called, what are they? Cabo Click? Cabo crew?
I call them the clique, but they could be the crew.
Hey, they don't want to play at that substate. They don't want to practice there.
Seems like I've seen a bunch of things.
Practice there.
They're like, oh, if it makes us 1% worse, then why would we? They're not going to practice there next year.
And they're probably more powerful than John Lynch in the organization.
Yep, probably.
I would agree. It's interesting. The Niners keep talking about all the success they've had under Jed York. That's what this Sherman kept saying. We could talk about the different eras of your ownership and this success and that success. You haven't had any success compared to the Rams and the Seahawks. And that'll become even more highlighted if the Seahawks win. And not just that, in Levi's. Have you seen the pictures of the Niners locker room right now with the Seahawks decals everywhere, the 12s everywhere? I mean, it's hard to watch. It's hard to look at. And it's going to be worse if they win.
And they can smoke those cigars that they left. How great. You didn't have the balls to go and make that a close game in Seattle. Now they're going to smoke your cigars that they.
You know what's pissing me off though is that, like, even people bringing this up, Seattle fans are doing the same shit. It's like they're literally worried more about the Niners than the Patriots. I've seen people on Twitter like, "Oh, Niners, thanks for the locker room." It's like, I swear to God, if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, they're gonna talk to the Niners fans like, "Oh, thanks for letting us win." It's just they're not focused on actually beating the Patriots.
But doesn't it kind of feel like karma for the Niners calling SoFi Levi South for so long? Because if the Seahawks win, then Levi's officially becomes Lumen South. Like, officially. It does.
Yeah.
I hate this shit.
I would agree.
I know.
I also think, and I've said this 1,000 times, I love our fan base, but and I'm very thankful for the supporters I have in the fan base. But for too many years, we have acted as a fan base collectively. I'm not saying everybody, that we have won all this stuff, all this shit, and we haven't won shit in 30 years. The fact of the matter is we've lost 3 Super Bowls.
Hey, we've won NFC championships.
Who cares? No one plays for NFC championships. I'm sure the Jets would love AFC championships, but talk to most organizations, they we want Super Bowls. We want to finish the job. We don't get to talk shit.
You know what's problematic about investing in soccer teams while you also own a football team. It's all good until you got a substation problem. It's like, all right, well, we shouldn't be talking about this, Jed. Make it go away. And you can't make it go away in an interview. You got to spend money. And if you don't want to spend money, then why are you spending all that money on freaking Leeds United? That's a side quest.
Leeds are shit.
Your main bottom line. And George Kittle just tore his Achilles, and he clearly doesn't let you guys off the hook for it. So what are you gonna do? You're a billionaire, man. Make this go away. Don't tell me what you're gonna do for a team in Leeds, England.
And Leeds are shit. They're almost getting relegated. Like, they suck. It's so frustrating.
The only positive I will say is that Jed's going to allocate more money for John to spend this offseason. He'll reward him based off of, them overperforming, quote unquote, in a retool rebuild year, basically. You know what I mean? They got to the divisional round with limited resources. If they get out of Ayuk's contract with the guarantees completely, I mean, they'll have even more cap space. They might have to eat a cap hit here and there. But, I mean, I think that's why I think they actually will try to brush all this up, Grant. They'll be like, electrical substation, we just traded for Max Crosby. No one's going to fucking talk about that.
Yeah, but the crappy thing is, like, if this substation thing is real, then Crosby will get hurt. He'll go from being the Iron Man of Iron Man to being hurt. And the Niners will have the same problem again next year. And even if Kyle is the best coach in the league and John makes all the right moves, it won't matter. And that's why I'm so glad that there's a lot of focus on Jed right now. Dude, you're the guy holding this back. You need to spend the money and do what it takes, because Eddie would. That's what we're learning in this documentary right now. Eddie wouldn't let this be a thing. He would have paid the money to make this go away. Make it go away, Jed. Please. Maj is begging you. He's all broken up about it.
I am. I'm broken inside.
They should just never moved from San Francisco. Nothing has gone
Or just move, dude. Jed has so much money. Make a freaking practice field or just go to Stanford, dude. Like, I don't know. Just move. Just move.
There's San Jose State, there's Santa Clara University, there's Stanford, there's the Raiders' old practice facility, which no one is using. It's right by my house. I recommend that one just for my own personal reasons, but it's there.
So another thing too is, like, again, they are not getting another Super Bowl in the foreseeable future. I don't think people realize this. The media, when you have to drive from San Francisco to Santa Clara to San Jose to do all that shit, they aren't going to let that shit happen again. I mean, I knew a guy at media who was covering the game who it took him an hour and 40 minutes to get from, Radio Row, San Francisco, and then he wanted to go to, opening night. This was Monday. It took him an hour and 40 minutes to get there in traffic. Like, they're not getting a Super Bowl again. So
this is why I take Amtrak, man. You got to be prepared for this stuff. It's not easy.
From the people that aren't from the Bay, they're like, they're dumbfounded by all this. And it's like, dude, Levi is it's cursed. It's got a horrible parking situation. Everyone gets hurt. They've lost so many Super Bowls while playing at that stadium in NFC Championship games.
The first time I went to Levi's
away today, you would look back at the Levi's there and be like, oh my God, was that a fever dream? That was awful.
Thank God it's over. Yeah.
Thank God it's over.
The first time I went to Levi's, it was like a couple years ago. It was when San Francisco played the Cowboys, and I remember, like, we were in San Francisco, and it was like, Kate, Uber drives like an hour, and I was like, what the an hour to get there? I was like, holy shit!
And it's probably real expensive too.
Yeah, that's why this year I stayed in Santa Clara, like 5 minutes away from the stadium. It was way easier,
which is fine. But now you're not in a world class city. You're in, a suburb.
I really like Santa Clara.
Suburb.
Santa Clara was beautiful. It was nice and quiet.
It is very nice. There's nothing wrong. It has a very cute or a university as well. It's nice, but there's difference between nice and like the most beautiful city in America, which is I feel like everyone's having that realization. That's like, oh, this place is gorgeous. Like, yeah, that's kind of the allure. It's kind of
when I went to San Francisco, it was beautiful. It was just one road wasn't great.
That's the Tenderloin.
That one neighborhood, the Tenderloin, that you don't want to be.
It's a little, that's a girl literally walked up to me and my family. She's like, "You don't want to walk down here," and we're like, "Oh shit!"
No.
And then we went the other way.
Get out.
Yeah.
That's good. She gave you advice. San Francisco's making a huge comeback though as a city, just like in general. Like, it's becoming like people are starting to realize
the mayor's doing a good job.
This is a historic city. Dude, like, why don't we play in San Francisco? Like, the Warriors finally play in San Francisco. The Giants play in San Francisco. Do something about this, Jed. Don't play an hour away. No one wants to go to Santa Clara.
That's sort of their legacy. Unless they win a Super Bowl, the York's legacy is removing the 49ers from San Francisco. And if they ever sell the team, first thing the new owner is going to do just to endear themselves to everyone is going to be like, guess where we're going? Back. Instead, he's got them going to Australia. Imagine trying to sign a free agent. Hey, so we got this substation. It might be the reason that we're the most injured team in the league every year or not. Fact is, we are the most injured team in the league every year, and you could be a part of that too. In addition, we're going to Australia this year, baby. 30 hours of flying. What do you say? And income tax really high. But burritos are great, man. They're so good.
And they might play a second game in Mexico, right? I believe.
Hope so.
Grant, are you going to Australia?
I looked up the prices for tickets round trip to Australia. If you buy them right now for early September, $6,000. $6,000.
Wait, the game's in September?
Round trip. No, I'm just saying, if it were, let's say it's week 1.
That's insane.
$6,000. Oh, but and people are like, hey, man, this would be a good one to go first class because it's so long. $21,000 round trip.
Grant, are you going to that game? I hope you're not.
I want to. I want to go to Australia. I want to experience the whole thing, but like, damn, dude, I might have to get Prize Picks to hook me up, man. I got to get someone.
49ers should pay for you to go.
Seriously, put me on the team plane, man. Everyone likes me.
Yeah.
Oh my God, if you want to
right Kyle Juszczyk.
And but that'd be a little too close. You're sitting too close. Sorry.
He'll have to put another tweet
I was playing with this girl yesterday, Gabby Golf Girl, and turns out she's 18 and she's from Westchester, New York. I was asked like, where are you from? She said Westchester, and I said, oh, Bam Margera. And she looked at me like, what are you talking about? Do you guys know who Bam Margera is?
No.
Grant, you're too unk.
No.
Grant, you're too unk.
Viva La Bam, you guys didn't watch that? You guys didn't watch Jackass? At no point, you guys never watched Jackass.
Jackass? I love Jackass. That's
Bam Margera.
He was not a good name guy.
Anyway, the one who wasn't Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville. Anyway, she looked at me like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like, right, yeah, I'm old. Sorry, never mind. But that's the only guy I've ever heard of from Westchester is Bam Margera. Remember, he used to smack his dad in the face. You don't remember it?
Yes.
It was hilarious.
I remember
his dad
that.
was funny.
I remember that. I forgot his name. I remember that.
I know the movie Jackass.
He had a really great contribution to society.
Better than the electrical substation, that's for sure.
Dave Barclay says Verizon robbed me for years. G got me on that Mint Mobile. That's right. G-Dub Money says Deebo still faster than most of the receivers. I mean,
no, he's not.
Come on, man.
All day, every day. Kim says there's no way Brock feels great about MJ staying. Ooh, I hadn't thought of that angle. It's not a real vote of confidence in Brock. I mean, it's like, no, we need a really good backup. Why? I'm the man. But
I mean, Brock said that Mac taught him a couple things, so maybe Mac can teach him some more things.
You know what's hilarious that no one's talking about? Sam Darnold credits most of his success to Brock Purdy, or a lot of it, learning from Brock Purdy. And he's about to win a Super Bowl, and Brock Purdy did not win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, as long as we're talking about ramifications, if the Seahawks win, I think there's some ramifications for Brock as well. And maybe not just him, but like the front office. Like, you were so eager to give this quarterback so much money. And maybe he's worth it or not. Maybe he is. He's really good. But Darnold won the Super Bowl and you had him and he's cheaper? Yeah,
and he's cooking right now too. He's cooking.
But you know what the big difference is? The big difference is, John Schneider was on the hot seat about 3 years ago, and then he aced every first round and second round pick the last 3 years. Something John Lynch is incapable of doing. Like, look at all their impact players: Nick Emenworthy, Byron Murphy, JSN, Witherspoon. Like, these are all Zabel, first and second round picks. Like, you got to ace them. Who do we have?
I just had Nick Emenworthy instead of Michael.
Yeah, why didn't we draft Nick Emenworthy at 11?
He's really good.
People would have gotten outraged though by drafting a safety at 11. Who cares? At least he wouldn't be a Seahawk.
Great one, 765 says trade Purdy in a 4th to Pittsburgh for Watt if they fall for it. Sign Willis and then have Willis and Mac battle it out.
I feel like some people think this shit is like Madden 26. Why would the Steelers do that?
They need a quarterback.
Draft a quarterback. Why would you pay for $50 million for Brock Purdy and then give away your
Niners
best
did it.
player?
And they're desperate. Brock is a good quarterback. He's not like
he's good, but you're not gonna. I think honestly, if you ask any team, hey, you can have Brock Purdy, you can trade for him right now. I would be surprised what team actually trades for him because I agree.
I don't
know what team would want that contract. The Jets?
I think the Jets would. Yeah, they have enough money.
Well, they are really
moved
dumb.
all their guys. Like they could.
Yeah, but if they traded for Brock, he wouldn't do well, and they would still lose, and it wouldn't necessarily be his fault.
Well, they're gonna. Yeah, that'd be great for Brock because then he wouldn't be a scapegoat. He'd be like, "Look, I was on the Jets. Like they always bad. They're always bad. They're always going to be bad." You know.
Well, let me ask you this: if the Niners did want to trade Brock Purdy, which they don't, what is he worth right now?
With his contract.
With his contract,
3rd round pick. Maybe.
I agree. And I think Mac Jones is also worth a 3rd round pick. I think they're worth roughly the same in a trade.
Yeah.
Mac doesn't mean that they're the same quarterback. It's the contract.
Just because it's a contract that weighs the most on
no doubt.
I think you can get a second for Mac, honestly. Like Minnesota, you're telling me Minnesota or Pittsburgh wouldn't trade you their 2nd round pick for Mac Jones right now?
Well, I think the issue is that these teams are kind of like waiting around for Burrow. Like there's a thought that maybe Burrow is going to like request a trade or do the Max Crosby. And I think teams are just being patient because it's still before the combine. The draft isn't for 3 months.
Dude, Burrow is 30 already. People act like this guy's 24.
I would take Burrow over Mac Jones. Call me crazy.
Of course. With his contract. I'd take Burrow over most quarterbacks, but
he's
like
30?
I'm just saying. I think he's almost dude, he was a rookie at 25, wasn't he? He's got to be 30 or just about.
He's 29.
Am I tripping?
29.
Yeah.
You're
29.
close.
Yeah. He was. People forget that. People are like, "Oh, Tyler Shuck, they were out on him because he was 26 as a rookie." Burrow is 25. Did we forget Burrow was 25 as a rookie? Lamar Jackson had already been like in the league 4 years and was younger than him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Someone tried to catfish me on Twitter this morning.
Really? I saw that. Yeah, it was like a girl.
I posted. It was funny. They were like, it's some person who's like stole someone's pictures from Instagram. You can do a reverse image search. I learned how to do this on Catfish. And the girl has like 200,000 followers on Instagram. On Twitter, she has no followers. She just happens to be hitting me up because I'm such a good. She likes my takes, I think. So she was like, "Can you go over to Signal? Can we go? Can you download the Signal app?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." So I didn't fall for it, guys. I didn't fall for it.
Good stuff, Grant. Good stuff. Maybe she.
I thought about it.
She saw you like this guy kind of looks like Ricky Pearsall.
Because the thing is, there's so many beautiful women in my DMs all the time. They're like, Grant, your takes are so incredible, but it's hard to tell which ones are real or which ones aren't.
I feel bad for you. How many girls hit you up? I actually feel sorry for you. I bet it's annoying. It's annoying for you. I know.
It's gonna be hilarious when Grant gets like a 500,000 Instagram follower girlfriend, and she gets invited to the Cabo clique, and then you have to be a part of it.
It's my nightmare.
Grant of the Cabo clique.
Cosmo says Kyle and Lynch have the longest tenure with the same team without a Super Bowl win in NFL history. One of them has to go. I say Lynch. Let's read that again. Kyle and Lynch have the longest tenure with the same team without a Super Bowl win in NFL history. What does that mean? Like a tandem?
No, it's true. Yeah, because Kyle's the only guy that's tenured 9+ years. Once McDermott was fired, 8+ years that hasn't won a Super Bowl. Because technically, you fire guys if they haven't won a Super Bowl after like 5 or 6 years. And I guess keeping the same GM and coach, that is a fact. That's a good point. They haven't won a Super Bowl. They've gone close.
Lynch has to go after this year if he doesn't hit in the draft. I don't give a shit if we draft a guy and like, hey, this guy's a project player. He's gonna be good in about 2 to 3 years. No, I want the guy to be good right now. Michael Williams pick, I don't mind it, whatever. He's gonna be good. He should be good in the next couple of years. I want our 1st round pick to be good right now. I don't want him to be good in a couple of years. Right now.
Then trade it for Max Crosby because he'll be good right now.
Yeah. Lynch wants to save
all day,
his
every day.
job.
Kim says Kyle might say all the things talking about Sam, but he's got to be thinking, what the F? What the F?
Yeah. I mean, he had him. He had Mac Jones. Look,
I don't think Kyle gets to act like he secretly knew that Darnold could do this or that he thought Darnold was better than Purdy. I think everyone in the Niners organization thought that Purdy was head and shoulders better than Darnold and Jones and legitimately one of the top 7 quarterbacks in the league in this system. And they got to prove that right. And maybe he is, but he needs to stay healthy. And they need to protect him.
I think that the conversation is it's like most quarterbacks in Kyle's system that are even somewhat good processors are top 10 quarterbacks in his system. Like Darnold would be a top 7 quarterback on the 49ers right now. And I love Brock. You call a spade. People also forget Brock in 23, his MVP type year. It was the luckiest year historically if you look at dropped interceptions Like he should have thrown. People thought, oh, Purdy is this great touchdown interception ratio. Is the 1 year. It's because everybody dropped all the picks, and then obviously now he's more of a high risk, high reward guy. He's going to throw a lot of touchdowns. He's going to have a lot of flashy plays. He's also going to throw a lot of interceptions. That's something you got to consider.
Here's a question. Purdy missed 8 games this year with a ligament injury in his toe. Do you think he buys the substation theory?
No. I feel like Purdy's not the guy to do that. All these
I think he absolutely. I think
he would go right along in line with Kittle and Juszczyk and McCaffrey. I bet they're all in lockstep. I bet it's the players against Jed on this one. I don't think does Jed understand that? He should figure that out. That's what's happening.
100%.
I haven't heard one player come out and say I don't buy it. I haven't heard one.
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne literally said it. Like there was a thing like, oh, what happened with all the injuries? And Kendrick Bourne's like, oh, maybe it's that substation. So, and then McCaffrey.
Who's the brave soul in the Niners going to be who comes out and is like, oh yeah, Christian and Kittle buy it, but I don't. Who's going to do it? I can't wait.
Jawan, so he gets $25 million a year from Jed. Smart.
That's the truth.
Yeah, probably him. By the way, I love Kendrick Bourne. Can they re-sign that guy? Because it seems like he genuinely wants to be a Niner and is a great teammate. And that's kind of something they need. Like they don't need guys to be punching their teammates like Deebo. They need Kendrick Bourne. I'm fine with the TikTok dances. But then again, if you trade Mac Jones, Grant, what's the use for Kendrick Bourne? The only guy who's no
chemistry with Brock Purdy. He has so much. It was so interesting. I always thought Kendrick Bourne was good. When he was here the first time, I felt like he was their secret weapon and he was kind of a big play guy. And then when Jones was playing, I mean, I thought he was a weapon. He would win on slants. He was tough. He would get open quickly. Nothing against Ricky Pearsall, but Ricky's younger, and I don't think he's as strong as Kendrick Bourne. And he would get knocked off routes. He would win further down the field. But if you need a guy who could catch a slant right now, I thought Kendrick Bourne was the best option on the team, better than Jennings. And he just got phased out. It was strange.
Yeah, great hand. It's weird. Purdy, we've talked about this. Purdy has laser vision on Juwan Jennings. That's why you can't re-sign him. I think Brock Purdy could win an MVP if you just let Juwan Jennings walk and sign a wide receiver, because he'll actually throw to other people. I'm not kidding. Yeah. I think he could win an MVP if you just let Juwan Jennings walk. I don't know what his fascination is with Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
If Brock Purdy had a really good offensive line and some young, talented wide receivers, I mean, in this system, he could put up some incredible numbers.
Absolutely. He did in 23. He almost won. If it wasn't for the Baltimore game and Mike McDonald, he would have won.
Kyle needs to do better for Brock. I feel like this offense isn't really built for Brock. It's more built for like Jimmy. I mean, your whole everything's built around your running back. When your quarterback wants to push it down the field, he wants to push it down the field. Mac is cool checking it down. So give him some wide receivers. I don't know. And most importantly, give him an offensive line. Give him time. Jimmy didn't need time. He wasn't going to do anything with extra time. Brock will kill you if he has extra time.
Well, also, Brock, the older he gets, he's probably going to be less mobile. I know he's still young. He's like 26. But he's not going to be able to use his legs, which means he's just going to get sacked, and his career will be over. They absolutely need to focus on the offensive line and receivers. I agree, Grant. Like that, give Brock Purdy at least. So if people want to hate on Brock and be like, look, he doesn't deserve the money. Well, then let's get him everything he needs. And if he's still throwing 20 picks a year, then you can be like, okay, this is just maybe a little bit better of a Jimmy Garoppolo and we'll get rid of him. But I guarantee you he'll throw like 45 touchdowns if you give him like the right system and you know what I mean?
Tyler Linderbaum. I wonder.
But if the Niners offense doesn't evolve this offseason and they bring in Deebo and the offense is just spam the ball to Christian McCaffrey again next year and he regresses more, gets hurt, they miss the playoffs, dude, fire Kyle, man. I'm sorry. If you bring back Deebo and it doesn't work, that better work. If you're not even trying to get younger, if you're not even trying to evolve, and you go back to the future, bring back freaking Deebo and miss the playoffs, that's on you. So he better figure out, he better realize what's at stake if you do a move that controversial.
Yeah,
it better work.
I'm with you. But Tyler Linderbaum, Maj is like, Tyler Linderbaum. They're not smart enough to, first of all, there's two things. They're not smart enough to take a guy in that doesn't know their system. They love Brendel because he knows their system, right? They groomed him to be that center. And two, they don't want to spend, what do they have, 45 million cap space? They don't want to spend 25 of it on Tyler Linderbaum. They probably want to spread that around to Luke Farrell 2.0, Luke Farrell 3.0, and Luke Farrell 4.0.
I would love that. A bunch of Luke Farrells.
I just want to point out that, Bill Walsh didn't hold on to these players so long. He had guys in their 20s. all these guys have been on this team for so long and in their 30s. Juszczyk, Kittle, Trent Williams, McCaffrey. Dwight Clark was phased out by the time he was 30. He was great. I mean, you gotta remake yourself, Kyle. You can't hold on to the same core from 2021 forever, because then you're gonna get replaced too. You got to show that there's like a Kyle Shanahan 2.0. Can you do that? I mean, you drafted Jordan James and Jordan Watkins last year, didn't play him at all. It seems like you keep putting off the rebuild that the defense has been doing. If you won't do it, then you're going to have to get someone else who will.
And listen, like those 4th and 1 calls against the Seahawks, I know they lost both those games, but those were horrible calls. And it seems like he's stuck in his ways, and that's why he doesn't have a Super Bowl. Like, he's so brilliant until it gets to the really nitty gritty where it's just football. Let's throw on the pads and let's actually like get a yard. And then it's like he tries to outsmart himself and he does this weird shit. And then he gets too run heavy. And then when the run's working, then he'll throw 7 passes in a row. It's just so weird. Like, I don't get it at all. He also can't coach, by the way, Grant, and you know this. He's probably the best coach in the league with scripted plays. When it gets to like you're down and you can't do scripted plays anymore, he's one of the worst coaches in football. He can't do it. Yeah. He can't come from behind and win you a game.
Which is startling because he's getting a lot of help on those scripts. His dad's around. I mean, what is he really doing on his own? So I don't know.
And his dad's won a Super Bowl, unlike him.
They better find a way to make the Patriots win this Super Bowl is what I'm trying to say. Because if the Seahawks win, the ramifications all offseason are terrible for the Niners.
I'd rather have the Patriots win, honestly. I
Patriots
would.
Are going to put belt to ass.
They're not going to put belt. If they're going to win, they're going to win by 3 points. They're not winning by more than 3 points. But I actually do think the Patriots are going to win this game. Because everyone's picking the Seahawks, and it kind of just feels like last year when everyone was picking the three-peat, and then the Eagles just kind of torched them. It's not going to be like that. But Mike Vrabel has won a Super Bowl. Like I still question this, Grant. Tell me if I'm wrong. Who in Seattle's organization has won a Super Bowl? Has anybody on that team besides Cooper Kupp? Okay, him and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp, I guess would be it.
Okay, Mike Vrabel, Super Bowl winner. Josh McDaniels, legendary offensive coordinator, horrible head coach, has won bazillion Super Bowls as the OC. I don't know. I think the Patriots are going to win this game.
The Patriots have a great defense, and if they can limit the Seahawks to field goals in the red zone, one thing that the Patriots do really well, McDaniels does really well, he's been doing it since he had Cam Newton as the quarterback in New England, is quarterback draws in the low red zone. You see it for Drake. Like Drake May will score touchdowns on shotgun, one step back, boom, with a lead blocker. Kind of how the Bills use Josh Allen. Sometimes I feel like he just freelances and does it on his own, but I think you're not going to see Sam Darnold rush for a touchdown in this game. I would imagine you will see Drake May rush for a touchdown.
Well, I think a big thing too is Darnold's actually going to be in 3rd and long situations in this game and have to force the ball into coverage against Christian Gonzalez, Marcus Jones, and Carlton Davis, which he had. He played the Niners, like they weren't getting the pass rush. I mean, Ken Walker was,
and they weren't stopping the run.
Exactly. And neither were the Rams. Neither were the Rams. The Patriots will stop the run, which means Sam Darnold's going to have to win you the football game by getting it to JSN, Kupp, and Bobo on 3rd and long, and all those guys, Barner and everybody. And I just don't know if he can do that. He's great when it's like a very, on 3rd and short, opening up the play action if Ken Walker can run. I don't know, man. I just kind of feels like this. It feels like this is a really poor matchup for Seattle. And I think people are over glossing. Like they think Seattle's so good. Like, I don't know, man. The Niners had serious flaws. The Rams have no secondary. I know the Patriots had an easy schedule, but they haven't played a defense like the Patriots in weeks, in months, maybe.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what?
And Darnold's been so good for the last few weeks. Like, can he really keep it going one more week? I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess the best defense he's faced in a while.
Screw the Seahawks. Screw the Patriots. Go Bad Bunny.